Well, Miriam L. Wallach,
I know.
the question halfway through our road trip episodes always is, where are we going next?
I know exactly where we're going next, and I know how to get there.
We are leaving Norfolk, Virginia, and we are heading to Long Beach, New York. I could take a back seat here on this road
That's
trip.
correct.
There's no,
you want to shut your mic?
There's no need for me to say a word. When it comes to Long Beach, Miriam L. Wallach is an expert.
That is correct.
She's joined by this expert, Aaron Katan, who is a resident of Long Beach and a member of a congregation, a synagogue called the Bach.
That is correct.
That's the name of the synagogue. Aaron, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning. It's an honor to be here.
You've met your match. Miriam L. Wallach of Long Beach is here.
That is correct.
Okay, awesome.
I'm a Long Beach girl.
I'm going to ask
Oh, that's so fun.
Aaron, how long have you been in Long Beach?
We are coming up on almost a year of Rosh Hashem.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I will not
Yeah.
ask you how long ago you were in Long Beach.
Well,
You may not want to
from the
share.
likes of what I'm hearing, I don't think Aaron was born when I was still living in Long Beach, but that's okay. Just to play quick Jewish geography, I lived next door to the Bach. So the big yard, the Bach yard to the right, there's abutting that yard is a brick house. That was my house growing up.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
why'd you leave?
Well, that's an off-the-air conversation. But I will tell you that yard I thought was my backyard. Like growing up, we had a backyard, but we were so close to the Bach that, it was either I was in that yard or I was walking to the beach.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it's awesome. It's great.
It certainly is awesome. What brought you there?
So my wife and I were looking for a community that we could feel a part of. We wanted a shul that we really felt like we belonged in. And we had heard there was an influx of young families, checking out Long Beach, moving to Long Beach.
Right.
I originally grew up in Great Neck, and I'd always known of Long Beach as a very wonderful place to go just, to hang out for a beach day, summer, Sunday evenings or whatever. We checked it out. We actually stayed by the rabbi for Shabbos, and we ended up moving there about like a week and a half later. We loved it. The rabbi and the entire community were super welcoming and warm and wonderful, and it seemed like everything we were looking for. So we just picked up and moved.
That's amazing. And you have, of course, we could talk about all the amenities of the community, but of course, the most important amenity is Country Boy Bakery.
Yeah, the bakery's there. We have an acai. We have a pizza store. We have a bagel store, a kosher supermarket, Eruv, mikvah, everything.
Right. And you do have, and I say this wholeheartedly, you do have many of the benefits of living close enough to the five towns and other nearby communities without having to actually be there.
100%. Like, there's definitely times for our Shabbos shopping or whatever. We make a trip to the five towns, pick up some stuff. But like you said, what we really love about it is that we're not actually in town. It's sort of this out-of-townsy feel and like a hybrid. I grew up in New York. My wife is from Philadelphia. And this is just like the perfect middle for us. We didn't really want to leave New York totally, but we also very much enjoy that out-of-town community feeling that we get from being in Long Beach. And yeah, that's what we have there.
I didn't realize that they're actually, I'm being serious now, that there's an influx of young couples and people who have been moving into Long Beach. I think Long Beach has been up and down over the years when it comes to awareness and an increase in population. Is this a really big time now for them?
It is. I think that the pandemic had what to do with people, leaving city life for more of a relaxing, a house, a backyard, scenery. So, we were definitely looking for that. Growing up in Great Neck, I always had a really nice backyard, and then my wife and I were living in the city, and we were sort of just existing in our apartment, and we're like, we need to get out. So we're on the boardwalk now every single day. We're always walking up and down the boardwalk. I bike ride, I swim. The Bach, we have a basketball league at the Bach. There's basketball every Tuesday. Some people play volleyball.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
That's really great. And of course, now that you're a real Long Beach person, you get to be annoyed with the people who are not in the correct lane on the boardwalk.
100%.
That's it.
100%.
You can hate those people.
What about people who invade and try to park on a Sunday to go to the beach?
Oh, forget it. You people don't belong on Long Beach on a Sunday. Do you know how many people used to ask us to park in our driveway?
Right.
Settle down. Settle down.
Right.
July 4th.
Yeah.
How great is
Yeah.
it to be in Long Beach on July 4th?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, every Sunday feels like July 4th, though. We're always barbecuing. We're out with friends. It's so, like, it gives us so much life. It's such a great, our weekends are just feel like a vacation.
Now, let's talk about schools for a second, because the community did take a bit of a, I'm going to use the word hit, but a bit of a hit when HALB decided to move out and relocate to the five towns. But you are in there post that. That era is not yours. It doesn't really affect you.
You're right. Yeah. We didn't even hear much talk about HALB. Like, I know that HALB was there, and I knew that the community did take a hit when they moved out. But it seems, a lot of the families have their kids in school in the five towns or in West Hempstead, and that's only about a 15-minute drive, and everyone's very comfortable with that. People carpool. There's busing. So I haven't heard much about people being upset that HALB had left.
That's great. And the Mesivta is still an important part of the community.
Yeah, the Mesivta is definitely there. There's a lot of Yeshiva Bachrim always walking up and down. They're very spottable, and they're a big presence in the community for sure.
And let's talk for a second about the integration with the greater community. I mean, there was, even in the 80s, wow, I just did that. Even in the 80s and in the 70s, there was plenty of integration. It was a bit of a seamlessness. And in terms of, again, we're going to use that term, the out of town feel, are you still seeing that in the community?
So do you mean the community, like, aside from just the Jewish community?
Correct.
Or the community? Yeah, definitely. It's such a small town, so everybody knows each other. You start recognizing who the locals are. You recognize the local business owners, the fire department, the police department. Everyone's extremely friendly. Like, we were shocked that, like, how friendly everyone was right when we moved in. Everyone's always saying hi. You don't have to feel weird, like, smiling at a stranger. So there's definitely that aspect of, like, a just community at large.
That's really amazing. And by the way, and just as a spoiler alert, no matter where you go after living in Long Beach, anytime you smell salty ocean air, it's gonna bring you home. That's all it is. That's all it takes.
Yeah, we went on vacation a few weeks ago and we were upstate, and we just were dying to get back to that salty beach air. Like, the second we drove in, we rolled down our windows. We're like, oh, we can breathe again.
That's it. Oh, I do know. Nahum, I feel badly we're not really including you in the conversation.
I gotta check out this Long Beach place.
Definitely, we would love to host you for Shabbos. We would set you up. You could be by us, by the rabbi.
And by the way, there's a diverse Jewish community also, right? You have Sephardic and Ashkenazi congregations, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely. Very diverse in terms of, just like you said, Sephardic and Ashkenaz, but also Hashkafa. There's a very wide range of, different Hashkafa, from, very little affiliation to, a Gartel and a Bekisha in the town. So you could just, pick wherever you want, and you'll certainly be accepted and loved and welcome for whoever you are and whatever walk of life you find yourself in right now. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Very cool.
It's so great to hear about, the resurgence of the community. It really is.
Yeah. We're really hoping that it continues and it picks up and goes, this way, because my wife and I certainly love it, and we want to stay, and we want to bring more people in. We want to host people, and we want everyone to experience the magic of Long Beach.
You're also surrounded by other communities of Long Island that are also making a big push and are bringing a lot of people in. So you have you're in a good neighborhood, so to speak.
Are there financial incentives for young couples to come and buy in Long Beach?
There are. I would speak with Rabbi Berlin, who's really amazing and really just wants to help everyone out at, with whatever they need. So, we told Rabbi Berlin about a few of the things that we need, and he helped us out. He helped us find a place.
Nice.
There are incentives, and it's certainly, more affordable than other nearby communities. Long Beach does provide us with a more affordable option to get that, out-of-town, in-town feeling that we're looking for.
Well, what are we looking at to be practical? I mean, we're trying to give people really good reasons to move to particular communities. So what does an average house look like in Long Beach?
Right now is a difficult time to say. My wife, we're renting right now, and we're always looking, just to see if something comes up because of the surge of people buying houses during the pandemic. Right now, houses are really, really high.
Wow.
But Rabbi Berlin is aware of all of the real estate, and anytime something comes up, he lets us know. He lets other people know. So, I would direct that to Rabbi Berlin because he knows the ins and outs.
Got it. Okay, good answer.
Well,
Good
there
answer.
you have it. Aaron Catan, right?
Yeah, Catan.
Aaron Catan. I have to pronounce that properly. I have.
Aaron, do you work in the neighborhood or you commute?
I do. I'm a physical therapist, and I work not in Long Beach, but in Garden City, which is about 20 minutes out.
Wow.
I work at a pediatric facility over there, and it's great.
Amazing.
Aaron, can I give out your email address that we have here?
Please.
Aaron's available if you want to speak to him or contact him and his family regarding Long Beach. Aaron, Aaron, Catan, Kattan, at gmail.com. It's Aaron Catan, Aaron, Kattan, at gmail.com. And as you said, if people want to start exploring synagogues, religious life, incentives, etc., Rabbi Berlin is a great resource, right?
Yes, definitely.
Well, Aaron, if you see anybody walking up and down Park Avenue just taking deep breaths in, that's me. Come over and say hi.
Got it. Definitely, will do.
Thank you, Aaron, and best regards to Long Beach.
Okay, will do. Hope to see you all soon.
You got it.
Aaron Catan, Long Beach.
I mean, Nachum, do you know how many?
Edition of Road Trip.
Do you know how many hockey players have come out of Long Beach?
Is that true?
Yes.
Like professional hockey players?
Uh-huh.
How many?
More than I can count on one hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Long Beach? What are they, Toronto, Montreal?
Hey.
What are they, Saskatchewan?
Okay, settle
I
down.
didn't realize that there are Long Beachers that are
100%.
ice skaters.
Of course. That's where you learn to skate at the rec.
Wait, did you mean floor hockey? Or you
Okay. You
Well-
learn to skate at the rec.
I will take your word for it.
We'll have to go on a tour of Long Beach.
I thank you for this edition of for joining me and
I thank you for coming.
and making this such an amazing show. Norfolk and Long Beach. We thank both communities from all of us here at the Nachum Segal Network and the Orthodox Union. Miriam L. Wallach, Nachum Segal saying thank you for joining us for this edition of Road Trip.
The pleasure was yours.
Oh, yeah.